Oh, right. So I had to get off the live just then because I need to speak to someone who was calling. But Gaz just asked me what I believe about flat Earth. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to maybe just write some stuff down. So give me a sec, can I get a pen? I'll give you my take on it, yeah? It's a bit of a mad take to have because we've all been indoctrinated since birth to believe in a globe, a ball, a global, a globe, a glow, ball, global, yeah? Now what is bal? Bal is Beelzebub. So we'll do some of this again, I'll do some fucking writings because it seems to work that way. People seem to like it. So, get comfortable, guys. So, how would I start this? Maybe I don't know. So, we are a Taurus field, yeah. A Taurus field. That is your heart there, yeah. Like it's shaped like an apple in it, yeah. Or it will be if you do a figure of 8 or a vesica Pisces, which is basically a Taurus field, yeah. That's a Taurus field. Now, we have the centre of the Earth there, and we have this frequency that runs round, yeah. Now they want you to believe that this is the Earth here, that the Earth is all around there, big massive circular. But I believe we're living on a flat plane toroidal field, all right, flat plane of inertia, and it continues to go, yeah. And we've got domes, yeah. A bit like the Jewish candelabra, yeah. You got the candelabra. I don't know what you call this thing, but they got 1, they got 2, and they got 3, yeah. Now that is the Earth upside down. Now this is us upside down, obviously. And the flat plane of inertia, you have a 0 point frequency, which is the North Pole, which I believe is what gives energy, all right. And it fluctuates in and out like a figure of 8. Yeah, that's what I believe. This is what I believe, guys, just so you know. And this is not through just a belief, this is through research, my own research. Not just researching what I've researched, but other people's research as well. There's the one guy that I'd say Eric Dubé. Go look at Eric Dubé, yeah? So if we live on a flat plane of inertia, yeah, and it's upturned at the edges, then you've got the ice wall, alright, which encompasses all the way around, yeah? So this is our flat plane of inertia. And this what encompasses around is a bit like your eye, yeah. You got your retina, you got your land and your sea, which is your pupil, your land and your sea, which is your retina, and then you've got your Antarctic circle and circles it, yeah. So if I do it as a dome there, now that's your lens of your eye, your cornea. Then you've got the North Pole, I know, yeah. Then you've got all the land and the sea that around the retina. Obviously this is your eye side on view, and then you've got the Antarctic circle, which obviously if you're looking at sideways, but if you're looking at above the Antarctic circle, the dome comes over that. So if you look at the words, yeah, horizontal, you've got a horizontal horizon, yeah, horizontal horizon, and we've got a flat plane, and the plane flies over the plane. Just like a plane, when you're planing a door, it straightens it out, yeah? So, I believe that we live on a flat plane of inertia, and it looks like an eye from above, and we are in the centre. Now, if we're in the centre where the most magnetism is, then we are on the third density. This is the third, yeah? Then you've got the fourth, you've got the fifth, and so on and so forth, yeah? The less dense you are, the less physical you are. Now, let me show you this physical, yeah? So we're physical beings. Now, what else is fizzy? What else is fizzy? Is it a drink, yeah? A drink. Now, a drink is fizzy, but a drink is carbonated. Carbonated, yeah? Don't worry about the writing, guys, I'm just getting in there. Carbonated, I wrote it anyway, carbonated. Right, so, drinks are carbonated, they become fizzy. But we're carbonated, carbon, beings. Yeah, so we become physical for carbonated beings, yeah. So we are physical because we are at a density, dense, right? Now, the denser you are, the more physical you are. Now, the less dense you are, the more spiritual you become, the less physical you are, the more you become, not vapor, but you become more wind, like what is the Holy Spirit? It's breath in it. So the further away you get from the magnetism, the less buoyancy you are, and the less you experience in the physical world. Third density, fourth density, third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. Now, might sound weird, fucking Smudge talking about dimensions and physical and all that shit, yeah? But it's all a fucking tale, yeah? As above, so below. Fizzy drinks, fizzy beings, physical beings, yeah? And they've got oxygen in them, haven't they, to make them fizzy. Anyway, so I believe, you don't have to be all fucking believe, it doesn't have to be no one's believe, yeah? Yeah, I thought I seen him, thought it was him. I hope he's alright. So what I believe is that we live on yeah? We live on the islands, all the islands, yeah? And that the first time the Wright brothers ever flew, that was technology that would already been given, we'd already had it before. We've already flew before, we've had technology to fly, we've had these old hieroglyphs that state this, that we've had technology of flight, or the flight technology. And I think that was the time they'd taken all our technology away, and they had us believe that we'd never seen the Earth from a height before, from an altitude, where we could see the physical Earth. Now that's when they could lie to us and give us the ball, and the ball means Baal, global, Baal being Beelzebub. Now if I write this down again, watch this. So, we've got BA and AL, yeah? If you go look on the periodic table, BA is barium and AL is aluminium. And both these are sprayed upon us by the fucking chemtrails. And the aluminium, for one of the parts, damages your pineal gland, your third eye. So you can't see clearly. You are then become dense and dumb, more dense than ever. And therefore you don't retain knowledge, because you can't remember everything you've done and everything you've said and everything you've did, and therefore you can't correct yourself for the mistakes you've made. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope it does, but if it don't, no dramas. This is what I'm seeing. Mark, are you good? Why can't Australia see the North Star and Polaris can see? Right, okay, let me say, right, Michael. So if you go get, see, this is why you need to go look at Eric Debay. Certain things that I can't really explain in the same way he does, yeah. But if you was to get a glass ornament that's shaped like a dome, and you was to put anything under that in a paper, yeah, it changes as it turns. It changes, and it reflects. It's a reflection. It's some sort of refraction. So the stars don't move. The North Pole's never moved. You know that, do you? Yeah, sorry, the North Star's never moved. They've actually done frames per every hour, minute, fucking days, and the North Pole never changed. The North Star never changes. Why is that? Why would that never change? We're spinning through the cosmos apparently at thousands of miles an hour, 66,000 miles an hour they say, and we're spinning around the sun for all these fucking years. And there's actually devices that were created from millennia ago. I'll have to find that out and I'll put it up. And it actually does time. It actually does time by the stars, by the sun, by the moon, from fucking centuries ago. Why would that not change? Why would that not change after thousands of years when we're spinning through this cosmos? There's not one fraction of change. The time's not changed. The sun and the moon still marry up to this one device. Yes, everything is memory. If the electricians forget, he is no longer an electrician. Yeah, because we forget. And they're now trying to take our memory for us, so we can't remember the old ways. You don't know your past, you don't know your future. You don't know your past, you don't know your present. You don't know where you was, you don't know where you're going. You ask Siri to tell you where you're going, and he asks you, where are you? Put your locations on. So they've got us confused, so we don't know who we are, where we are, what we've been, and where we're going. That's the way they do it. Confusion. So you can go against or ask questions like that. That's fine. It's a good question to ask, yeah. But see that there. That's your indoctrination, that, bro. Surely, if it was flat, everyone would see. That's just no. That is, mate. That's just you not wanting to search. Why do you want to ask me? Why don't you go search it? I'm telling you what I know, the things that I've seen, the things that I've researched. Yeah, Michael. All I'll say is, please, go research. Don't come to me asking me about that sort of thing when that's quite a deep question, yeah. But go research it if you really want to know it. Go research it. There's information fucking go out there. You've got a phone at your fingertips, yeah. All of you have got a phone at your fingertips. I'm fucking telling you off now. Not really. Listen, you've got a phone at your fingertips. You've got a wealth of information. It's the age of information. It's the age of technology. How the fuck can you not go find out why this is? I'm going to go search this out for you and I'm going to put it up. And then you can say, oh yeah, I get it now. Because, you know, we're only ignorant of our own ignorance. And people everywhere are fucking ignorant. There's nothing I will say is not possible anymore because everything's possible. Because I'm possible and that's impossible. I'm possible is impossible. But we're all here, so we're all fucking possible, yeah? Now, go down to words again, yeah? Once again, words. It's another one. So, I'm impossible, yeah? Imperfect. It's not imperfect, it's imperfect, yeah? So, I'm perfect. I'm possible. Now, you are perfect for an imperfect world. That imperfect world teaches you how to be more perfect. It teaches you your lessons. So you're imperfect for the perfect world, and that perfect world is imperfect for you to learn in. Does that make sense? We are all here. We are all here to forget just how good we can be. But then we're learning how good we can be, and it makes it more exciting. Yeah, we can't just come into this world expecting we can do everything, we know everything. We've all got separate skills, we've got different weights, different sizes, different abilities in many different ways. And we have to find the passion that suits our skills. We find the skill set and that becomes our passion. Passion, yeah? Pass-ion, another word, another good word to look at. Look, the passion of Christ, yeah? So, the pass-ion. So you're passing, ion. The ion, pass-ion, yeah? And when you're passionate about something, you show other people how to be passionate. You show people passion, yeah? What is passion? Passion's fire, yeah? What was Christ? The passion of Christ, yeah? Well, what does fire do? Fire's passion, it burns, doesn't it? Like a candle. And we are the candle, alright? Yeah? The oxygen, we're burning. And we are the wick. We are the wick, we are the candle, we are burning the fire. So we are the passion of Christ. Watch the man on the moon, you never see the rocket go from the... Yeah, man, they've never been to outer space. You have the research, flat earth. You need to do is just pay attention. You see and learn words used. You don't, mate, you're right, you don't. There's loads of things out there that show you that they're talking shit. They've been fucking lying to us for years. They can't go back to the moon. Why can't we go to certain parts of Antarctica? We can't go to Antarctica at all, mate, certain parts. They give you a little joyride on a boat from Australia to a certain part and tell you that's Antarctica. It's fucking bullshit. Never been to the full Antarctica. Not us personally as sovereign beings. Yeah, when they get pressured, to be honest, they shut you down, close you off, tell you to go. They don't want to live in reality. That's what people do, yeah, because they don't. You know, it is right. There's a lot of pig ignorant people here, and it's good that you're living in a world where you're pig ignorant, because that ignorance is bliss. Keep being blissful, enjoy yourself. I don't believe in Antarctica. I don't believe in... What do you mean you don't believe in Antarctica, Chrissy? I don't know what you mean by that. Antarctica's there, 100%. 100%. Right, so... What else is there to say? The man they say went to the moon admitted it was a lie and they never... Okay, look at this, right? Neil... Alright, this is on this. Oh, sorry, it's Neil Armstrong, yeah? I won't put the full name there, but Neil Armstrong. Put that backwards, yeah? Alien. Neil Armstrong, backwards. Alien, yeah? And his boots on the fucking mission were a different fucking shape to that. And that's the shape to show you that landed on the moon. But yet you go into the fucking the museum for the space mission and his footprint is different. There you go, alien. And just so you know, right, I do not believe in aliens. A lie. Right? Alienation. Alienation. Yeah? So when they give us they're alienating ourselves, they're alienating us by lying to us, then we continue spreading the lie and we alienate each other. alienation of each other. This is what this is, right? Tony McDivitt, thank you for putting out there, brother. All for global, right? Look at that. It's a global. Global. The global tard, the globe tards, yeah? Globe tards that think that we live on a ball when there's not enough to go around, so we're all fucking worried about not having enough. So we're all worried about not having enough property, enough food, population, blah, 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 blah. And that's to give us all this fucking bullshit about population, about climate change, right? Climate. They do not want you to climb. They don't want to climate. They don't want you to climb out of this fucking cesspit bullshit world, alright? They don't want you to be enlightened. They don't want you to be conscious. They want to stop the climate. And we are the mate. We are all mates. We're all mating together, yeah? Alien is from sci-fi. Now folk believe in it. Like Bigfoot. All from TV, yep. 12 countries signing an Antarctic treaty. Yes, exactly. You think well too deep. Why do I think well too deep? You think well too shallow. Let me tell you about this, right? Someone said this to me the other day, yeah? Learn how to swim. Learn how to swim in the fucking depths. Stop being so shallow in the mind, telling me that I could take that to a fence, yeah? So how about you take this to a fence? You shallow fucker. How about that? Is that nice? You're too shallow. You're swimming in the shallow end. You daren't go in the deep end. You daren't open your mind and see the world differently. So, thanks for that, brother. You shallow fucker. I think exactly how I'm meant to think. I'm using my brain both left and right hand side, yeah? Know what you're using? Fuck all, 10%. 10%. If you don't like that, do one. Because I'm not here for fucking helping people that don't want to be helped. I'm not here to be fucking mocked by idiots that will not fucking go look for themselves. How about that? Realistic. Just what? You're realistic. I'm very realistic, me. Very realistic. You're not realistic. No one at all. You're not realistic because you're not living in a real fucking world. You're not living in the real world. You're living in a big, fake, fuck-off world is what you're living in. Alright? The big fish swim in the deep end. There you go, and I'm a big fucking fish, mate. And I'll swallow you up. You want to come on here, mate? Well, get on here. Get on here and let's speak about the deep stuff that you can't fucking twist your tongue around. You can't speak like I speak because you can't do the fucking research. That's why you cannot do the research because you daren't see what you're going to see. That is that. So, anyone else got anything to put to this? If you don't think deep in this day and age, you end up on the strings of the government. There you go, Danny. Fucking bang on. Bob on there, brother. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They want you thinking how they've told you to think, yeah? That's why they're called the deep state, exactly. Stephen Snooks, you need to wake up. Yeah, see what's happening. Do you know what, right? There's a lot of people out there that are asleep. And I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for you, Steve, for even saying that. Do you know why? Because it shows me that you're just happy being a fucking drone bot, zombie. I'm living for now what I wish was real. I'm living for now, not... But what you on about wish was real? I don't wish it was real, mate. Listen, I'm not rubbing no fucking genie's lamp. Yeah? You got it wrong fucking live here, brother. You're going to get some writing coming, brother. I promise you. Living for what? For now. You're not... What, you're living for now? You're all living for now, are you? What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? What's happening in your life right now? Are you getting bummed by the government? Guaranteed you are. You're getting bummed. And we're all getting bummed, but some of us are seeing it and wanting to change it, whereas you want to continue getting bummed and let your children get bummed with it. You want your children to get bummed because you don't give a fuck. You give a fuck about your children. You start being a father and looking at what is. It's attacking your children daily, every fucking day. The food, the cartoons, they attack your children. They have your children's minds flipped and spun and fucking playing games. Daz Moffat secretly wants to ask you, is it okay to wear makeup? Yeah, of course, yeah, wear makeup. Just do it fucking, don't do it on me, mate. I'm not interested. Honestly, Daz Moffat, you mad bastard. Here with my kids, missus. Mate, I don't give a fuck. You're living with them now, but are you really living? You're not living at all, mate. You're a fucking slave. You are a slave, and you don't like it. Even though you're saying you do, but you don't like it, mate. Do you pay taxes? You're a slave. I don't pay taxes. I won't pay fuck all. Mate, listen, do me a favour, yeah? Just leave. Because you're quite clearly, you're well happy being indoctrinated. That's how it is. I don't even know who you are, Stephen. I don't even know who you are. That's how relevant you are to me, mate. I don't even know who the fuck you are. So, everybody on here who wants to know the truth, who wants to change, and wants the change to be better for everyone else, they're the real ones. You're not real, mate. You're fake. You are fake. Fake as fuck. Living your fake little life. Mate, I'm not interested. I don't want you to be interested, mate. You're not obviously not interested because you're saying that I'm not living in the real world. So quite clearly, you're not interested. You just want to mock and point fingers, which is fine by me, mate. But go point your finger somewhere else before it gets snapped. Most living now and ignore the real issues we face. Yeah, you're living in now, but I promise you, in a few years' time, you're going to be fucked. And you're going to be saying, right, why didn't I pay attention? Why didn't I go research? I was living then. But you know, those that suffer now will enjoy later. Those that enjoy now will suffer later. So enjoy the suffering because you're going to suffer. Yeah, obviously he's a fucking troll. I'm not though, mate. Like, listen, you laugh all you like, mate. Take it easy. Enjoy yourself, brother. You're obviously a fool. So this is what I'm thinking, right? That they stopped us from believing that there's extra worlds, there's extra terrain, so we would not go and search it out. Yeah? They don't want us to know that there's more to this world than meets the eye. But the eye that we're seeing with has been fucking blinded. We've had our eyes shut down, we've had our eyes shut off. An eye for an eye leaves only one eye, and that's the all-seeing eye that they want to see us with. But we're the all-seeing eye because every one of us is looking at this world from a different perspective. We're all projecting the world from different angles and creating the world. Stephen Snook is a troll and blind beyond the eye. Yeah, man. Ta-da, Stephen. And you know what? I don't even take pleasure in that. I do not like that happening. What do I think about Elon Musk? Elon. He's a fucking demon, man. And AI. Bro, come on, mate. Artificial intelligence. They're trying to make it sentient. They're trying to give it a consciousness. They're trying to give it ideas and emotions, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. What's something that won't age? Something that will continue living, that can think for itself and take over us. Do you think that's good? Because once it's switched on, you won't be able to switch it off. Yeah. And if you look at the back of your phone, you've got an apple with a bite out of it. The majority of people have, yeah. That is a precursor for what's happening right now, because we're in biblical times. And the apple is the forbidden fruit, in the sense of the apple being the heart. Yeah. Now, when the heart got bitten into, it was the knowledge of good and bad. The knowledge of good and evil. Yeah. Now, what is that? That is duality. Is dark and light, dark and night. Yeah. Dark and light. Yeah. So day and night. So that being, we had to come here to learn about emotions. And what are emotions? Energy, emotions. Only two emotions. Well, anything else is subheading: love and fear, or love and hate. Everything else from them are subconscious, subheading. So that means that we come here to learn about the heart. We'll come here to learn about how it can be destroyed, how it can create. To learn about how our energy works, how to control our energy, how to manifest and manipulate. And literally, life is manipulation, because as soon as you breathe in, when you're born, you're manipulating oxygen, which is energy. So we're all here to manipulate. We're all manipulators. But it's how you want to manipulate and what intent you have behind it. Our kids through the famous also. Why dangerous is starting trends? Very dangerous. Yeah, of course it is. All robots will take over the world. AI will create AI. We're AI. We are AI. We are technology. We are biological technology. So it's already here, but someone's trying to create technology to take over our bodies so they can become invincible. And them's the people with the money, and they just want us to be slaves to them. I didn't know what the fuck trends means as a kid. So when we have a new craze, the craze, everyone gets onto that craze, yeah? When everyone gets onto that craze, they become crazier. And then the craze gets crazier, and people just keep going it, right? So imagine back in the day we had the craze of, I don't know, fucking multicoloured socks. Now, that was a bit of a craze, yeah? Then multicoloured socks become normalised, normal lies. The lies that it actually is good for you. I'm not saying that the multicolored socks are bad, but I'm saying like these crazes. Now we've got craze of slapping people around the head at one point, slapping people around the ears, which could damage the ears. We have people doing, the water fucking craze, which I think is a satanic ritual. And these crazes make people crazier and crazier and crazier. And every time they create a new craze, they chip away at you and chip away and chip away at you. Trends, yeah. So that's what they're doing. They're getting people to accept the next worst thing, the next best thing, the next worst thing, yeah? To the point where no one gives a fuck anymore. And look where we're at now. A few years ago, you couldn't talk about certain things around the dinner table. Now you can talk about anything except for the things that are real. Except for real things that are going on. Because if you talk about that, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, man. So, my take on it is, like I said, I believe we live on a flat plane of inertia. The Earth is hollow, and the denser it gets, the more structure it has. And like, obviously, metals are heavy. Yeah, water's not as heavy as metal, and obviously oxygen and argon and krypton and neon and all them other gases, they're lightest. Yeah, that's buoyancy. And the denser you get, the more strong the material becomes. Yeah, the more strong the material becomes, the stronger the earth below us becomes. That there gives a structure. They've seen these big massive tunnels throughout the America where people have been recording secretly. These big massive tunnels go for fucking thousands of miles. Yeah, there's a massive network underneath this world, and they use that network, and they use it obviously covertly until now when it starts to come out. And the covert, the reason they use it covertly is because they can do things obviously a lot easier. They can transport what they want to transport. These people with money have too much money. They have too much pull. There's too much trust put to them from the people, and they use that to their advantage. You know, it's blind trust. Yeah, I tried ringing her. I'll give her a call straight after this. I did try ringing her. Over 13,000 dumbs. Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's my take on it. Someone asked me, I want to tell you, you know, people can think I'm fucking crazy, but there's many people out there that speak about all this. Do you have suspicions growing up? Have you always thought this, or was there a time you started to think this way? I've always had fucking thoughts, bro, yeah, of course, but then my mind got opened up more and more, and I started to see things differently, and started to connect the dots, and started to see the bigger picture, like a big massive dot to dot. You know, you connect a few dots from a few things that happen, then you connect a few dots over here, then you connect a few dots over there, then you put them dots to these and them to there, and you create the bigger picture, and you see the fucking picture. It's like looking at the stars, yeah? Do you think when they first started looking at the stars, they could see the plough, they could see the crab, they could see Leo, they could see all these different star signs? But what they start to do is they start to imagine and see different patterns in the sky and start to create a dot to dot, and they could see the bigger picture. Now, billionaires use astrology, yeah? These people look at the stars and they know what's happening. They've got a fucking telescope called Lucifer, for fuck's sake, over in Rome in the Vatican. Why? Why would they have a telescope called Lucifer? Is that a fucking joke? Yeah, man, good that you speak about it. So, I've always had suspicions of life, mate. Who doesn't? You never ask yourself, what am I doing here? What is this life about? You know, am I just here? Or is there a reason for me being here? Or is there something after? So, they took away from the Catholic Church in the past 100 years any idea or any thought that there's a possibility of reincarnation. Now, why would we have books from thousands of years ago that speak about what's going on now, and people would read them? Why would they even believe it, or why would they stand by it if they didn't understand that reincarnation was a thing? Because if I was born, yeah, and I read this big massive book, this big lengthy book about, you know, what's possible, what's going to happen, about the world in general, yeah, and that book was passed on and passed on and passed on, but if I thought I was going to die, I think, well, fuck it, I'm not asked about this book. So people understood and believed, and they had a real knowing of reincarnation. There's proof of reincarnation, but people don't want to believe it because, well, they've been told there's no such thing as God and so on and so forth. But people will go to a fucking funeral and say, oh, they're looking down on you. They're looking down on you. I guarantee they'll be up there waiting for me when I die, and so on and so forth, yeah? But they're right saying it at a funeral, but then when you walk away from the funeral, everyone goes, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this, don't believe in that. Now you're talking shit. But I bet if there's a funeral tomorrow, people will be saying, a good soul, and you will see him in a few years' time, and you know, when we pass away, they're definitely looking over you. They said they would. Come back and haunt you. It makes sense, doesn't it? So why the fuck do people say, well, I'll do it on that day, but the rest of the year, fuck it, not interested. Yeah? Reincarnation's a thing. Children have come to this world, to this modern era, and spoke on things they know, and actually proved it, gone to places well far away from where they're living, and spoke of the things, and it's been there true to life. Fact. So, the space station is just because it hasn't got buoyancy. It's not pulling towards the Earth. The gravitational pull. The magnetic pull of the Earth. Everything's magnetism. A torus field is magnetic. It's magnetic. Everything, its energy has a positive and a negative. It has a vibration, and the vibration has ups and downs, and positive and negative, like a heartbeat. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. That's how it works. Facebook ain't letting me watch it again. Keeps cutting out. It's all good, man. So that's my take on it, guys. Sounds crazy, but that's how I see it. And you can keep saying he's looking down on you, and then saying you don't believe. But I can guarantee now that everybody that's ever been opinionated will always attract people. I get it, man. I don't mind that. But when people just come on and go, "Oh, you're talking shit," that's good. It's all right. People saying that they believe one day, don't believe another. But that there is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy at its finest. Stataloons, yeah, stataloons for loons. Being opinionated will always attract people questioning you on things they can try to use against you as you crazy person. How you respond to these people shows your eyes are wide open. Go and see what's going on. Normally, their opinion, nothing's normal, normally. Their opinion on certain matters tinfoil. I don't mind, but tinfoil that's actually protecting you because it's stopping the radio frequencies. Again, I say these people are blind to the truth. You spend a lifetime. I'm not. Themselves and figure out the truth for themselves. I can chat forever, but I'm a slave and I'm a